Ladies and gentlemen, Razzle Joestar here with a video that is neither retro nor arcade. It is in fact indie horror. That's right, Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm jumping on the bandwagon. Actually, I've been done jumped on the bandwagon for a while now. I've been following the games and their storyline since they first came out. Was it last year? I haven't actually played the games until this year. Yeah, this year. Shortly after the third game came out, I finally decided to give in and play the game, and I actually liked them. So that means I have played through all of these. This will not be one of those first reaction videos, but hey, it's been a while since I've played with these guys, so let's see if I still got what it takes. And to those of you who have not played Five Nights at Freddy's and wondering what the heck is up with this bear, if you'll get a good glimpse at that, and also, if you're needing some tips and pointers, I'll give you my totally not expert noob tips and advice, at least for me as a player when I play. Now, let's get this show on the road. Enough of my yammering. Help wanted at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Not responsible for injury or dismemberment. Oh, that's not suspicious at all. 12 a.m. first night. There we go. Now, every night you're going to get a call from the phone guy. A person whose face you never see, but whose voice you always hear. He'll give you some pointers, tips, and advice as well as provide you with some backstory. Let's take a listen.
Hello? Hello? I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about.
Or is there?
Fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death have occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced. Blah, blah, blah. Now, that might sound bad,
blah, blah. Could have been some important legal information there, pal.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but
is that what they call it?
No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and we need to show them a little respect.
Some say they hold the hearts of children themselves.
So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode at night.
If you call free roaming possession, okay.
Up, they get turned off for too long. They used to be allowed to walk around during the day too, but then there was the bite of 87.
Where one of them ate a kid's pizza.
It's amazing that the human body can live without the frontal lobe, you know? Now, concerning your safety, the only real risk to you as a night watchman here, if any, is the fact that these characters, if they happen to see you after hours, probably won't recognize you as a person. They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume on. Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit.
Sounds like rules I can't screw with.
Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcibly pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death.
And death.
The only parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth that pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up.
Yeah,
but hey, first day stay breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary.
So I shouldn't do this.
Alright, good night.
Alright, so as Phone Guy said, You gotta watch these guys, make sure they don't get to your office, and don't waste power. Every time you flick a light, every time you close a door, your power meter goes up, your power meter runs out, and you get a visit from the host of the show himself, Freddy Fazbear. And you get jump scared and you lose the game. You can use the cameras to keep track of the crew as they move throughout the pizzeria. Each has a specific attack pattern that they follow. Bonnie will always approach you from the left. Chica will always approach you from the right. Freddy has a specific pattern he goes through as well. But we don't have to worry about him just yet. There's also Foxy over here on cam 1C, but we don't have to worry about him yet. You might have heard him singing as I was checking the cams while Phone Guy was talking. He'll do that. But we don't need to worry about Foxy until night 2. I've heard that he can attack you at night 1, but this is a claim I've yet to verify from my own 2 eyes. Oh. Every time you see the camera go out like that, somebody's moving. So let's see who it was. Looks like Bonnie's active. The thing about Bonnie is he can move wherever he wants to. See that? We just saw him move. Somehow he managed to go to 2 different places. And the animatronics will give you that creepy stare like that. One thing you want to do is always check your lights. Your side lights will allow you to see Bonnie and Chica before they're going to attack you. If you see them at your side lights, make sure you shut the door as soon as you can, or else it might be game over for you. So there's Chica's shadow right there. Later on in the other nights, you want to do your best to conserve your power, as Phone Guy said. This is more of an easier night, so you can be a little bit more relaxed with your power if you want to just peek at the cameras and watch the guys as they move. As he said, the first day should be a breeze. If this is your first time playing the game, you're probably going to be really creeped out. When I first played it, I was in full panic attack mode. I was so nervous. I was checking the cameras. Every time somebody moved, I was on the edge of my seat. It was real fun times. There goes Foxy again. Speaking of Foxy, there's something I want to bring up. Audio clues. There are audio clues that the characters will give you to let you know what's going on. Sometimes you'll hear moving around, sometimes you'll hear circus music, you can hear Foxy singing. If Chica also goes to the kitchen, for some reason she just stops and does something. I don't know what she does, she does something though. You'll be able to hear the sounds coming from her kitchen, so you'll know she's there, and other things as well. Oh, Foxy's looking at us. Foxy has 3 stages that he goes through before he actually comes and tries to attack you. The first is looking at you through the curtains like that. Actually, the first was with the curtains closed. The second is with him looking at you like that through the curtains. The fourth is if it looks like he's leaning to go attack you. And the fifth will be the curtains will be open. The phrase "It's me" will be on the curtains. Well, no, not on the curtains. There'll be a sign that says "It's me," and you better put that camera down and open your door. Shut your door, I mean, because you're gonna get killed if you don't. Alright, so we're just gonna keep checking. Lonnie's still creeping up at us in that camera. Everything seems to be okay for now. Oh, also your lights keep going until you turn them off, so make sure you do a quick click and then turn them off. Sounds like somebody's walking around. Where are you, Bonnie? Is that him? Sometimes I can't tell. Sometimes it's hard to tell. 5 a.m.? Normally around this time you'll get a visit from Bon Bon. So keep your eyes on that light. Because you don't want to wait when shutting that door. And earlier nights you do get a bit of leeway on how long you have before you shut that door, but if you're playing the harder nights or you're doing the infamous 420 mode, you want to shut that door as soon as you see that, because you'll be given no leeway. You'll pretty much be dead if you don't close that door. What is that? You hear it sound like somebody's banging on the door. Somebody's moving. There he is, staring right at us. What you looking at, huh? He's gonna creep on us soon, I know it. It's gonna be any moment now. Come on. What's Chica up to? I don't even know what... Oh, wow! He did an attack. That's strange. Usually he gets up to my door by this time, but I guess he's being a little shy this time. 12 a.m. on the second night. Alrighty, so now we're on the night 2. And we, of course, get another call from our friendly phone man. Let's listen up and... Oh, Bonnie's already active. Ooh, he's quick today. Or tonight. But let's listen up and see what he has to say.
Hello? Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera view, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors.
Fast tonight.
So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door light. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain in Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time.
Oh, really?
I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control.
Nope.
Talk to you soon.
So as we can see, Bonnie's... Oh, he's getting closer. Ah! Now. That always spooks me. Always spooks me. So now we got Bonnie behind our door. You can flick your light, and you can see right there, he is still there. I've heard that blinking the light like this can get him to go away. I don't really think that works too much. The only thing you can do is keep that door shut and hope that he bugs off. Keep checking the right light, just to make sure that Chica isn't there. And as soon as you see that shadow is gone... Woo! Oh, man. That's another thing you gotta watch out for. You will randomly get hallucinations, and they do that to you. They come randomly, nothing triggers them specifically, and we see that Bonnie is gone. You can open the door safely. Do not, under any circumstances, open that dang door until you are sure Bonnie is gone, or whoever's attacking you is gone. Suicide at that point, basically. Once an animatronic has wandered off, they'll wander around the pizzeria and eventually make an attempt on you again. So don't think just because you scared them away once, or rather you got them to go away once, that they'll be gone for good. They will be back. Now you're probably wondering why I am just peeking at 1C and not following Bonnie through the cameras. It's because I'm trying to save power. A pattern that I find myself falling into... Oh, there's Bonnie, by the way. A pattern that I find myself falling into as the night goes on is just paying attention to 1C, checking 1A to see if anybody's become active, and also to check up on Freddy. I'll explain that later as Freddy becomes more active. And that's pretty much it. You'll develop a pattern of lights, camera. Of course, if you're doing 420 mode, which is all animatronics set to max difficulty, you're going to be following a slightly different pattern. If you're wondering what 420 means, after you complete the game, you're given access to a special night where you can change the difficulties of the animatronics. 420 mode means you set all 4 of them to their maximum difficulty of 20. It's ridiculously difficult. It's very hard to complete, and Chica is active. So now we gotta keep our ears and eyes open for Chica. We can again can tell how far she is because we'll hear her playing around in the kitchen. Unlike Bonnie, Chica cannot teleport, so you don't have to worry about her suddenly showing up at your doorstep. All of a sudden unprovoked. Somebody's moving around. There he is again. So I'll keep him behind that door. 45% at 3 a.m. You want to be a little bit careful. I have been a little bit too careless with power reserves. I do not want to depend on Freddy playing his song. Woo! Oh my god. Those always still scare me. I don't want to depend on Freddy, on the graces of Freddy playing his little theme song for long. That will happen. You want to try to reduce that as much as you can. When your power runs out, Freddy will appear on your left side door and he starts playing his song. It's a musical box version of the Toreador March. And he will either play a long version or a short version or somewhere in between. If you are at 5 a.m. and your power runs out, you could hope that he plays his long version and it rolls over to 6, I mean. But, again, you don't want to rely on that. This game very much does seem like to be a combination of luck and skill based. There are times where the cards just align against you and it causes you to lose. So at 4 a.m., 33% power. Let's see if we can hold this out. We're just going to keep an eye on 1C every now and then, just pull it up. Foxy isn't even peeking out of his curtain, so we're in good shape. Hopefully we can make this last. Just going to keep checking my doors, keep poking the camera up. We don't have to worry about Freddy. Hear that? She gets in the kitchen. Wait, I heard footsteps. Nothing? Okay, somebody's moving around, but they're not close to us yet. There's the footsteps again. Somebody is just taking their sweet little time. The suspense is killing me. Ooh. Who will get here first? 5 a.m. Oh, hi there! One of the worst situations to be in is when two animatronics decide to attack your office at once. That will happen quite a bit, especially on 420 mode. Oh my god, that's so annoying. But 19% power, 5 a.m. Foxy isn't even looking at us. We are in good shape. As long as I don't fluke on something. Now, if you find yourself running out of power, let's say you're at 5%, right? It's 5 a.m. You have a feeling you're going to roll over to 6 a.m. And Foxy is, maybe he's just peeking out at you from his curtains. One thing you can do is just stop everything. Stop checking your cameras, stop checking your lights, and kind of just sit there and wait for it to roll over to 6 a.m. No animatronic will attack you, with the exception of Foxy, until you pull your camera up and pull it back down, or in the case of Freddy, shut your door or pull up your camera. So if you're at 10 a.m., not 10 a.m., 5 a.m., and you're running dangerously low on power, you can just put your hands up and hope that nobody, Foxy, hope that Foxy doesn't attack you. I think I'm going to be okay though, so I'm not really going to bother with that. Oh, there we go. Night 2 complete. Listen to those. About enough for this round. Join me next time when I take on nights 3 and 4, and things get a little bit more tricky. It might seem easy now, but trust me, as the night goes on, these guys get a little bit more trickier, a little bit more scarier, and a little little bit more tougher. You'll see it's not so easy to survive Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm Razzle Joestar. I'll see you all on the next level. Take care.